In the Exeter Club, which is the mastermind that I started in 2021, we have a credo, and there's 8 tenets to that credo. And one of those tenets of the credo says that we believe that the purpose of business ownership is not to run the business, but rather it is the business provides the financial resources for you to live the lifestyle that you want. And if we really think about it, that's what everybody who starts a business wants. You don't start a business to have a better job. You start a business to have a better opportunity to choose what you want to do with your time. But so many of us get trapped in what I call the hero syndrome, and we set it all up because we're the smartest person. We know exactly what we're doing, and that's fine the first 6 months, maybe even a year. But beyond that, if you stay trapped in that mode, you're trapped in your business forever, and the business is really worthless. So you might think you're a business owner, but you're just a job owner with a logo.
Hi, Robert Hartline here with the Music City Work Club, an entrepreneur wellness club right here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I am excited to share a special event that we have coming into the club September 15th and 16th with my friend, the real Jason Duncan.
That's right.
With Exeter Club.
Here we are.
Here we are.
We're going to talk about this event.
We're going to talk about this event.
I'm excited because I knew you bought this. I knew you kind of invested and it's kind of made it your own thing, but I had not been here until last week. And this is a pretty sweet setup. And so,
dude, by the way, I'm going to put this image. I hadn't seen Jason in about a year. Yeah. No, I hadn't seen you in 3 or 4 months, actually. And he pulls up in a Magnum PI, cherry red Ferrari Testarossa, which was freaking my dream car in the 80s. That was freaking cool as shit.
Yeah. I did about 150 miles that day in that car, and they were all phenomenal. It was fun. Not my car, but it was a blast.
A lot of head turning.
Yes. Man, every restaurant I go to, gas station, you get mobbed. And you know what everybody asks? You know, every single person, what do you do for a living? That's like everybody asks, what do you do for a living? Which was funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know this is a common belief that entrepreneurs have in running their business, that they have to be heavily involved for that business to move, for that business to move forward, for that business to grow. And that is something that I know you don't believe has to be true.
That's right. In the Exeter Club, which is the mastermind that I started in 2021, we have a credo, and there's 8 tenets to that credo. And one of those tenets of the credo says that we believe that the purpose of business ownership is not to run the business, but rather it is the business provides the financial resources for you to live the lifestyle that you want. And if we really think about it, that's what everybody who starts a business wants. You don't start a business to have a better job. You start a business to have a better opportunity to choose what you want to do with your time. But so many of us get trapped in what I call the hero syndrome, and we set it all up because we're the smartest person. We know exactly what we're doing, and that's fine the first 6 months, maybe even a year. But beyond that, if you stay trapped in that mode, you're trapped in your business forever, and the business is really worthless. So you might think you're a business owner, but you're just a job owner with a logo.
Oh man, that hits too hard right now on me because where I'm at in this particular, it's all part of it. Who is the person that should be in this room?
So if you're an entrepreneur doing $2 million or more in revenue, now it'll work for anybody at any stage, but we actually cater to, and that's who we're going to be talking to. The tactics we're going to be talking to are companies that are profitable, that are doing $2 million or more in revenue, that have some available cash to invest in the things they need to put in place. So for instance, this particular workshop is called Built to Run Without You. So what we're going to be talking specifically about is how to design the business that can run without you, which of course is going to require some investments. There's people you got to hire. There's some systems you're going to need to put in place, but it's not as expensive as you might think. But you can't come in here and be absolutely struggling, can't pay your bills, and expect you walk away with exactly how to fix it. I mean, you'll know how, but you just don't have the resources to do so.
Well, one thing I love about the way you're positioning this particular workshop is a lot of these types of workshops or masterminds or peer groups that you belong to, it's the business owner in a room with other business owners, and you're pitching this business owner and your right hand. And the second in command, and one other person to be with you, because you probably have realized by now, if you've been in business for any length of time, for an owner to get across the finish line an initiative or something, it's very difficult, especially for visionaries that have had 1,000 other ideas to present to their team. If you have your right hand with you, you have a support system. Hey, you're going to learn these certain things. You're going to come out of this event probably with 3 actionable things that you're actually going to be able to deploy, but you have the person that is going to help you deploy it.
All the tickets that we sell, the tickets are $500 for both days, and that includes all the food. We actually go out to dinner, and we have a big dinner on Tuesday night. But that includes 2 people from the same company. So it could be you and your business partner. It could be you and your spouse if your spouse is involved, or it could be you and an A team member. We refer to those people as A team members. As part of our XOS methodology, which is Exeter Operating System. The 3rd stage is building your A team, the people that you delegate decision-making tasks to. So if you have an A team member you want to bring, it's $500 for you and that person to come, which is a deal. I mean, you're getting access to investment bankers and attorneys and wealth managers. All of our coaches from our whole team, we have 6 coaches on our team. Most of them will be present. You're going to be present. We're going to have some other special guests that are going to be coming in for only $500. And then if you have another A team member you want to bring, it's $250 to bring that extra person.
That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And for someone who's never been involved in a workshop before, because I would venture to believe that there's a lot of people that are so head down into the business, they never come up for air and actually go anywhere to work on their business. What are some ahas that you see people that are coming to the workshop for the first time?
Well, there's tons of information. Like, nobody needs more information. We have ChatGPT, we have Claude, we've got Google. The information is not what's important. What's important is the wisdom behind it on how to implement it from people who are doing it or have done it. So when you do a workshop, you can do it where it's just a talking head giving you information. Well, you don't really need that because you can get that on YouTube today, right now. After you finish watching this video, go watch the next one. You can get information. Workshops that we design with the Exeter Club are specific about how to implant that wisdom into the people that are attending. So the ahas they get are, okay, I hear it. Now what do I do with it? And then we actually turn around in the tables and we workshop together in groups of 3 or 4. And we have all the coaches and the other experts in the room, like you and me and our coaches will be there to walk people through. How do we design the comp plan for our A team? How do we put together the org chart that we need to get to our, where we're trying to build this company to? What are the next 3 hires we need to make? What are the 90-day action plans we need to put in place? So we're not just going to tell you, hey, go do this stuff. We're going to walk you through actually how to do it.
What do you see when you're working with clients and you're navigating this for the first time? Break it down for me. What does it look like for their family to actually go through this journey where they finally have this freedom from the business for the very first time?
One of the things I like to say about the Exeter Club and the work that we do is that we're giving kids their dads back, and we're giving wives their husbands back. And I know that's more male-centric as the entrepreneur. Most entrepreneurs are males, but it could be either way. Your kids their moms back, or husbands their wives back, whoever the entrepreneur is. The point is, the business ends up stealing so much time from us. If you look at, one of my mentors calls it time tokens. All of us have the same amount of time tokens in a given week, 168 of those, if we're counting the hours. And we can give a certain number of those tokens to our business. But what we end up doing is we steal the tokens we should be giving to our family and giving it to the business. And people do that for years and they call it success. Well, hey, look, I made the Inc. 5000 list. I'm in the Forbes list. I'm in the front page of the newspaper. That's fine. But your kids don't care how much money you make. Your wife, to the extent that her bills are paid, your husband, to the extent the bills are being paid, they don't care how much money you make. They just want you. And so what we try to do is we want to figure out how to give you that exit lifestyle so that you can live the lifestyle you want without the business stealing it from you.
And is it always for the idea of exiting to sell, or is it kind of both? Some people don't want to sell.
No, and that's actually the genesis of the Exeter Club is built around the idea of exit without exiting. It's like you can have a business where it doesn't require you to be in it every day. And that's something I did with one of my businesses years ago. I exited a very successful business, but I still owned it, and it still provided income to me, and people thought I'd sold it. I said, no, I exited, but I didn't exit. And then the phrase kind of turned around, oh, it's exit without exiting. I ended up writing a book by that name, which you can get on Amazon or on my website, but it tells about this idea of you can exit without necessarily exiting. So in the XOS methodology, exit or operating system. What we teach is the 6th stage is exit without exiting. When you get through all the first 5, then you can have the choice to exit without exiting, and now you're in a position of ultimate choice. The 7th stage is the exit, is the sale. And so we actually have investment bankers and M&A attorneys on our team now that help our clients. When they get to that point, we can actually take their business to market. And we have 3 clients right now that are actually in various stages of letters of intent and selling their businesses.
Oh, that's amazing. And what I love about this concept, and this is why I like you as a business coach, is there's a lot of coaches out there that meet with you regularly, but they don't have a structure or something to implement. It's this constant swirling of meetings of usually, honestly, because I've been the client on a business coach, and you just complaining about the people not doing the things you want to do, but there's no actual process, step 1, step 2. And I love the idea that we have a flow that you take people through to actually get to an end game, what we actually really want.
Well, you had a lot to do with that. And we talked about this a little bit over lunch, is that I knew of EOS, entrepreneur operating system, but I'd never really looked into it. And you and I met because I wanted an EOS implementer to come speak at one of these workshops about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you and I were introduced because you're here in Nashville, I'm in Nashville, and we met, and then you did that co-workshop with me on EOS. But at the time, XOS really wasn't a thing. So I started thinking about, well, how do I systematize the intellectual property that we have, but it's not really, there's no system around it. Like, we teach this stuff, but there's no system. And so, I don't know, 6 or 8 months after that workshop, I started noodling on how do we turn this into an operating system, what I teach and what my clients have been experiencing. And that's how we came up with XOS. And so it's simply an operating system that I think picks up right at the end of EOS. So you're going to be here at this workshop in September talking about EOS, which is the systemization of your business. How do you get the people in the place that can help you run it better? And then we pick up right there at the end and say, okay, now that you got the people in place, how do you now, which the next step would be, how do you do the full systemization, automation through AI and otherwise? The next step is, how do you turn this into a passive profits machine, which is the cool part, and then you can exit without exiting, and then eventually you can go sell.
Dude, I'm excited.
It's going to be great.
Let's do this.
September 15th to 16th in Nashville at the Music City Work Club.
Yes. In the comments, in the description, there'll be a place for you to register for the event and join other driven entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale their business, and then take a step back and maybe do something else, or maybe make more time and energy for family. If you want to learn more, check out the description. And if you're interested in finding a home to work in Nashville, Tennessee, where you can be around other driven entrepreneurs, where wellness is a key component of your life, please visit musiccityworkclub.com.